So now, after going through some of the definitions or meaning, we find some elements that may be called the basic characteristics of management. So here are the basic characteristics of management. So we'll start with the first one. The first characteristic of management is it is a goal oriented process. Management always aims at achieving the goals of the organization. For example, if the plan of a company is to sell 100 flats in a month, then the company will chalk out a plan, motivate its employees, and organize its resources, keeping in mind its goals. So it's a goal oriented process. Then the second characteristic is it is pervasive. Management is a pervasive function in the sense that various functions of management are performed by every organization irrespective of its nature, size, characteristic, and geographical location. In other words, every organization needs management. For example, a corporate firm must be managed as much as a non profit organization. Similarly, an organization in India must be managed as much as an organization in Japan. The only difference lies in the way the management is practiced by different organizations. Then second thing is management is a continuous process. It is said to be a continuous process in the sense that managers perform several functions simultaneously. However, it may happen that at a particular point of time, one function is accorded greater priority than the other. For example, on a certain day, greater time is devoted towards planning, while on other day, the controlling function is given priority. Then the next characteristic is dimensions of management, or you can say management is multi-dimension. It is regarded as multi-dimension as it involves various dimensions or numerous dimensions. So the three main dimensions of management are: first, managing work. An organization exists with the objective of performing a defined function. It helps in translating this work in terms of the objectives and goals which are to be achieved. Then the second dimension is managing people. It is the people in the organization who work towards the goals and objectives defined by the organization. Accordingly, managing people forms another important dimension of management. Then the third dimension is managing operations. In every organization, there is a production process wherein the inputs are converted to the desired product or services. It is required to ensure that the production operations are carried out smoothly. Then the next characteristic of management is it is a group activity. How it's a group activity? It is a group activity as it unifies individual effort towards the achievement of common organizational goal. Means all are working to achieve the common organizational goal rather than focusing on their individual goals. The next characteristic is it is dynamic. Management is dynamic in the sense that it must continuously adapt to the changing business environment. As the economic, social, or political environment changes, the goals and the objectives of the organization must also change. And the last characteristic is intangible. You all know intangible means which cannot be seen, but its presence can be felt. So, indicators of good management can be felt by seeing the proper coordination in the working environment, satisfied employees, and the achievement of goals. So, these were the characteristics. Let's recall it is universal, it is goal oriented, it's a continuous process, it is multidimensional, it's a group activity, it's a dynamic function, and it is an intangible force. Let's come to the next topic. Next topic is objectives of management. there are basically three objectives of management. They are organizational, social, and individual objectives. So if we talk about the objectives, management seeks to achieve the certain objectives which are the desired result of any activity. They must be derived from the basic purpose of the organization. So let's start with the first one, that is organizational objective. Organizational objective of management refers to objective of using various resources of the organization optimally and efficiently such that they yield maximum advantage. In other words, it must be able to fulfill the economic objective. Now, the three important organizational objectives are survival, profit, and growth. Survival means that every organization means the need of every organization is to survive. Then the second one, profit. You all know that the organization work for earning profit. And the third one is growth. Every organization must grow and expand their business activities. So that was organizational objective. Then the second objective is social objectives. If we talk about social objective, it is the creation of benefits for society or doing something for society. If we are working in an organization, we should not only work for achieving the objectives, that means for achieving the profit, we should also work for the society. Okay, being a part of the society, it's our duty, it's the duty of the organization to work for the society. It includes providing quality products at reasonable prices, using eco-friendly methods of production, giving employment opportunities, providing basic facilities to the employees, creating social amenities such as schools, hospitals, etc. Then the last objective is personal objectives. Management must fulfill the personal objectives of individuals so that the employees feel satisfied and motivated and work accordingly for the organization. So what can be the personal objectives? It is competitive salary, social recognition, good and healthy working condition, personal growth, motivation. So all these things are personal objectives. Then the next topic is importance of management. Having understood that management is a universal activity that is integral to any organization, we now examine some of the reasons that have made management so important. So let's begin. First one is achievement of goals. An organization requires management for the achievement of its various goals and objectives. The management unifies the activities and efforts in an organization towards the achievement of common goals and objectives. Then the second one, efficiency in work. Through management, in the form of planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling, efficiency and productivity can be increased in the organization. And the third one is creating dynamism, means creating a dynamic organization. Every organization must adapt itself to the continuously changing business environment so that it helps employees to comfortably adapt to these changes. Next importance, achievement of personal objectives. As you have studied now, personal objectives like competitive salary, peer and social recognition. So once the organizational goals are achieved, it also helps in achieving the personal objectives of the employees. And the last one, serving society. By achieving that social objectives, it also serves the society by producing good quality products, services, creating employment opportunities,